episode Cosmos of the Nomads. Yeah, 9 episodes, and I still am like, I'm trying the right name. We are playing Traveler. Boom, with Knight 97, Nate, and Josh. There's hair on my copy.
Ooh. Oh, what? I better check my copy. Nope, no hair on mine.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we, you know what? Depending on how this goes, this could be the finale. I think we're there. Like,
my wife would be so thankful if it was.
Well, we can go on for another like 30 episodes, like
more adventures.
I know, like the way we've been going on, it's yeah, it's been like I think we all had fun. I think something that like I think Josh and I we were talking about, and I think Knight as well, like when we were streaming, is if people have gotten this far and are like, are they actually gonna do combat like for real? I do want to address this because it's like there are really cool like combat mechanics and stuff in this game. The problem is if we do that, Knight won't talk for a whole episode. Like it's really hard to split that all up, and it's not like I'm not hating, like I'm not saying Knight, how dare you do what you did as a character, because I think we wouldn't have like as interesting of a story as we are now. Like we wouldn't have this build up if we didn't have if everybody was all there, because now it's like we're getting like I think we're getting more of like the dynamics of the more station, because of just who Knight is, just like being able to talk to and stuff.
Well, I also don't think it would have made sense for O'Heal to stick with the group at that point anyway, because O'Heal is very much a logistics type, very much the logistics cat, and wants to make sure all the ship side stuff is ready to go.
Yeah, and then it's and then it just so happens that like there's a handful of important people that like it worked out, like as you met like a few people, and then it was just Elsie and Gerudo do what they do best, which is apparently set off system alerts. And then all those guys, like it doesn't matter their rank, they're just locked out. But I did say we were talking about masks earlier, and about people who don't want to take off their helmets or mask due to certain extracurricular activities they're doing. But I wanted to show off this because I think this is a pretty fun thing in my collection, and it is the Batman Judge Dredd combo collection.
Yeah.
It is ridiculous. Some of these things not okay to show on YouTube. Mainly Judge Dredd stuff, but it is a really interesting story, and like the art, there's just, let me see, this is an okay one. But it's just like, look at the art, man. That art is so cool. It's not doing justice over the screen.
That's awesome.
But
that looked like Mysterio for a second there.
I'd be fascinated to see the story between the two of them. It's very different characters.
It's a pretty interesting story, like where they have to. There's pretty much like a story reason why, but they keep dipping into each other's timeline. So I think it starts like in Gotham's time period, and then stuff happens, and then he has to go to Judge Dredd's timeline, and it's like the Batman's just extremely lucky that he made peace with Dredd before he went to the future, because he would have got murked. Like, he would have been done. You know what? No, this is a whole nother subject, but it's like, I think Batman gets too much praise by the fan community. I'll admit.
You mean Batman is just a rich guy with no powers?
It's an argument that I hate when people say, well, if you give Batman enough time, he can defeat anybody. It's like, well, then that person gets the same amount of time to prepare to fight to fight Batman. Well, no. It's like, yeah. Like, why would one side get it?
Just remember,
it's like,
Batman always has contingency plans for everyone.
Yeah. You know what's really funny is everyone's like, well, Batman has like a room full of kryptonite. It's like, yeah, it's also written in the lore that when Superman dies and comes back, kryptonite doesn't affect him anymore. And then they realize, okay, we got to undo that. But then it's also written that he can just sit in space and just like solar power for like 3 days, and kryptonite has no effect on him for a little while. And it's like, okay. So I don't know, and then like, and in the end, here's the last thing. I have the comic over there, I'm not gonna pull it out, but the biggest thing why I think if Batman really fought against Superman and it wouldn't work out is that Batman, there's a point where Superman is mind controlled because of some weird magical thing, and Superman has to stop him. Batman has a kryptonite ring, goes to punch Superman, does almost no effect, and almost shatters his whole hand. So it's like, you think he's gonna win? Like, and so anyway, let's move on. No one is listening. All the comic nerds have clicked off, and I.
Oh, good. We don't need them anyway.
No,
I was just gonna bring up some really terrible things about kryptonite, but I'll be quiet now.
The song?
Like the song?
Okay.
No,
our brainwaves are too tied here.
Oh yeah, yes. There's a lot of cool ones.
Pink kryptonite's my favorite.
Yes, that's the one I was thinking of as well.
I would 100% use pink kryptonite on Superman.
It's probably the most effective.
Right?
I need to go.
I would be not only the most powerful man in the world at that point, but the most pleased.
Womp womp.
Clearly, Payne, we're playing too much together because our brainwaves are apparently tied very tightly at the moment.
Well, if you stopped inviting yourself to everything I do. All right.
Well, you're the one that keeps accepting invites of myself.
I told you for everything besides this, you're not allowed to join, and you still joined somehow. This was your exception. Nate just looked up in kryptonite.
I did indeed.
But anyway, yeah. So everyone, feel free to look up your own kryptonites, or look up their kryptonite in your own time. Oh, you know what I just remembered? Speaking about superhero stuff, I'm going to be listening to a playtest of it, but there's a Marvel game that just came out. I forget what it's called, but apparently I just heard like great things about it. So I hate the modern day superhero movies, but I've read and collected and interacted with enough superhero stuff, and I'm like, I think I could tell a good superhero story. So we'll see. Maybe it'll be something I pick up. I almost said Gen Con at PAX Unplugged.
You won't do it.
It depends on the price. So there is a chance that I may not do that. I don't know. I'm trying to get I know for PAX Unplugged, I'm going to try to get Vampire. And there was another game that I forgot. It is like Chaosium's, the guys who make Call of Cthulhu stuff. It is like their Knights at the Round Table.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Like themed. Yeah, it does. And I'm like, I love that. And I really... Oh, man. Never mind. We're getting off subject. No. RuneQuest is their Stone Bronze Age one, which is really cool.
The RuneQuest is the one that showed up on Google, but Pendragon RPG must be it.
Yes, Pendragon. I believe that's what it is. All I have to do is go to my podcasts and then look at a certain one.
I mean, the name makes it pretty clear that that's what it is.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Pendragon and the Marvel Multiverse role-playing game is the thing, is the other one. So, in the end, I think there'll be a lot of cool things that could come out. Josh, I know that you'll just have to ask your wife if it's okay if you can play the wrestling tabletop RPG. I don't think it's going to be as long.
We'll see what I'm allowed to do. She might say no, and then it's not.
And then I'm going to tell you I'm recording it. No. But no, it's all good. So anyway,
I'm going to come in my spandex outfit that my character plays. That's the only thing that'll get me to cosplay is wrestling.
Dude, like, never mind. Nothing is confirmed right now. Like, so for anyone that's wondering, it's like, oh, what are you going to be playing next? I legitimately don't know what the next thing is going to be. Like, because there's like a lot of talks behind the scenes of what, just for my channel and like tabletop role playing stuff in general, what I want to come out probably when this episode comes out, which if I get to the date that I'm hoping to release these, which I just realized how close that is, it will be this will come out possibly November. I think it's a safe bet that this will come out like beginning to mid-November. So chances are, actually no, the next one, because charity thing, will be the Lord of the Rings one. I have to buy that. So that will be one of those things, and maybe we can get a short stint of the other stuff. So that is what's to be expected. But I think there's going to be shorter games. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about some sick Space Johns. Oh, shoot. All these songs I put in an order, and now I'm like, I don't remember what order the songs are.
That sounds normal.
We'll play this.
Dave should just rename all the songs.
And then I would definitely not know what I'm clicking. How does that sound for y'all?
Sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, we are in the final stages of this. They have a plan to get out. Pretty much, Gerudo and Ilse have to take the Dust Child, who was revealed last episode that the child is Dust, and before he could say anything more about that, Gerudo's like, yeah, whatever, nerd, shut up. And Ilse was too much in shock. But then 30Z showed up in the Wubba Dubbas after they made the plan that they need to go down into engineering and they can get shot out of the trash chute, where O'Heal needs to pick them up in time. Pretty much O'Heal, during all of this, is working with Jade, Barrett, and Dash, where they find out that 30Z is working for the Dolotov system, the AI program that is running all of this, of Moore Station. And they are constantly telling them, like, don't damage, like, don't destroy 30Z, because if you do, that will activate government systems, and then pretty much we will lose the freedom that is here. Like, we're already trying to battle, like, the packed government system. So O'Heal relays that as he is trying to prepare the ship for launch. Who the heck is Emmy?
Emmy is the engineer.
Yes. Yeah, I was really confused because I saw Emmy and I'm like, did I just misspell Elsie? No, but yeah, as I said that, I looked over into my notes.
You're allowed to have more than one woman character, Dave. Gosh.
Dude, there's a lot of there's characters you haven't even talked to that are on this space station.
Just like we want to. All major characters.
There's theoretically thousands of, or even tens of thousands of characters we haven't talked to. The station is huge after all.
We just like to have you make up weird characters that we came up with.
Yeah, well, Wubba Dubba and Bowie were not the original ones, but hey, it's fun. As I'm looking through this, I think you interacted with most of them except for you didn't interact with any of the maintenance people, which is fine.
Yeah.
We're going there.
We'll find out. Yeah, so we'll see. Oh yeah, and then like one other of the engineers. But anyway, so what happened is O'Heal is getting everything set up. Emmy and Dust go down the elevator shaft as 30Z enters the kitchen, as Gerudo and Ilse have to defend themselves. Ilse is about to do Ilse shenanigans as Gerudo says, "Nah, brah," and pushes her into the elevator and slams it shut as 30Z's arm gets stuck in the meat grinder before ripping it off. And we ended where we will pick up as 30Z is like just slowly coming towards Gerudo. So, what do we say? A round is about 10 seconds?
6 seconds.
6 seconds. Okay. And we've been like kind of doing fast and loose, but I think this time we're going to try to keep to the 6-second round. I think what we've been doing is we've been saying, I think it's about a 2-minute, like a minute down and a minute back up for the elevator shaft. This is going to be a lot of rounds. Maybe we won't do the 6 second thing. But I want to say let's split it up into 30-second increments. All right. So, and like during those 30 seconds, we're gonna go between each character. I'm realizing the way I'm setting this up is very much like my own game, but Gerudo, you need to survive or find a way to pretty much get to the maintenance sector. Whether it's waiting for the elevator or if you are thinking of some way else to do that, while trying to shake 30Z.
All right.
That is pretty much everyone's kind of mission. But O'Heal and Ilse, you guys can do support, whether because you guys have comms, you probably have some sort of connection and like files on your own personal kind of like computers or whatever if you want to look stuff up. I don't know. I like, as I'm saying, I'm like, I don't know if there is personal computers, but anyway, it's like you are able to
every comm is like almost like a cell phone.
Yeah, so
they're all like whatever the lowest tech level is, like tech level 8, but and Elsie, I will say if you want to attempt to do things to see if you can speed up your descent, that is also possible. If you just need to do the correct roll. So, O'Heal, we're gonna say that 30Z's action was pretty much ripping their arm off as it goes through the grinder down towards as it goes through like the whole processing thing, as sparks are just like shooting out of its arm as it just like head like snaps and looks right at you. So what do you want to do?
I am well. First off, I'm gonna get started by putting as much distance between myself and it as possible, preferably as much machinery as I can between it and I.
Do you need me to re-explain how the room's set up, or?
I think I remember from last week. Yeah. So, I know this is gonna sound really stupid, but I want to try to play basically a game of tag. I'm gonna be on one side of the machinery. I'm gonna try to keep that stuff in between it and I.
Okay, so I want an action for this.
Okay.
So, what?
All right. So I know I had stepped kind of closer towards it for it to like try to get the machinery to stop or something. As soon as I see it rip its arm off, I'm gonna do a Dark Souls roll away from it. So I'm just gonna like boom, roll to the side, try to look cool, but get as much distance as possible, and then from that crouch position, just take off to put some distance in between us.
Alright, so he's a dex build.
Yep. Dex and strength. With lots of streetwise.
I think that will be an athletics check.
Okay.
So just make sure you add whatever characteristic.
Yep. Alright, so go. I think we're obviously going to use dexterity here and athletics. I do have a 0 in athletics, so here we go. Okay. So that's 2. That puts me at 6.
Alright, 6. Yeah, I think it wasn't like the most difficult thing, but yeah, so it was going to be kind of your basic challenge, which was like an 8. So pretty much, well, let's see. I'm going to do a roll and see. It's going to swipe at you and see if it's going to connect. Not with those rolls, and that bonus. So yeah, it like, so it goes to swipe out at you, and like it's like off balance a little bit, and maybe it kind of, like the weight is all messed up, so like it does a wide swipe, like just whistling in the air. So you're still kind of close to 30Z, but but you didn't get hit either.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Yeah. So with that, O'Heal.
So
what are you doing?
I'm still in the security room with the security guard on the comms to Neoli, and
Neoli, yeah.
I'm gonna say that I heard through the comms that Ilse is now on the elevator down. Is there, and asking Neoli, is there any other routes that can get Gerudo down to the maintenance area to meet up with the rest of the team to get him away from 30Z?
And I completely forgot Neoli's voice.
He's a Varger.
He's a Varger.
Yeah.
It's deep.
Well, hello there.
That's exactly it.
Hey there, kitten. No. Not that I know of. The maintenance and the engineers are the ones that know all the inside of the ship. And honestly, I don't know if there's anything that's fast enough. And I'm gonna do a roll for him to see if he can think of anything. Okay, that's better. And plus that, just if there's any way, especially that there's open circuits now, if he can get water on the circuits or some sort of liquid, it might short circuit Z enough to give him some time, but that's all I can kind of think of right now.
Will that do too much damage where we're risking
short circuiting? There might be a chance, but if it's just a short circuit, maintenance and the maintenance guys could probably get 30C back up in front. Like she's already gonna have to go to maintenance to get the arm repaired. So if we just it shouldn't make it totally unfunctional. But it might just, I guess it's like stun if it's, yeah, it should at least stun it.
All right, so I'll pass it on to Gerudo, like, hey, find any water you can find, just start throwing water at this thing, especially at the open circuits.
Alright, and then I will say, like, as Neoli says that, like, it should and then this voice comes over. Trying to remember. Yes, hello there. This is I, Leon Dolotov. Communications to the Morse Spider have been cut off from the Outer Ring. If you have any complaints, feel free to communicate by sending in inquiry, and I will answer it when I have chance. Thank you, and please get out of our way. And then it's like...
Well, it sounds like I'm not talking to DLI anymore, so... I'm heading back to the ship, and... we'll, be ready to fly.
Yep, so we'll say next round you're gonna go meet up with Dash. So anyway, Elsie, what are you doing?
So Elsie's just kind of like in the elevator, and I think she's just processing just everything that just happened, right? Like, as like the doors were shutting, she realized that the meat sticks were still up there. And she's a little peeved that Gerudo hit the door. And so what she's trying to do is what she's trying to do, not what I'm trying to do. All right? This is not the best character in the world. She's very one-track minded.
She's... hear this complaint about all the characters you make. I think it is you at this point.
No, I play what my character wants to do, not what I want to do. I want my character to get off the ship. What my character wants to do is get back in the battle and destroy a robot. So what she's going to try to do is she's going to open the electrical panel, and she's going to try to use her electronics to reverse the... It's such a stupid plan, and I don't like it at all. She's going to try to reverse the way that the elevator is going to go back up.
This is your character. You don't have to make them pizza.
I understand this, but I play what the character wants and not what I want. It's called not metagaming.
It sounds like it's what you want, really.
She's going to use her intellect and her zero in electronics to, like, make the elevator go back up.
I'm letting you know, this is probably going to be... not probably, you're going to have to beat a 10.
That's fine. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I don't want her to win. I want her to fail.
I want the record to show, Nate can back me up on this, where this is Josh's excuse for every character.
Yes. I didn't roll a D100 for this one, but I tend to have to. There we go. All right, let's see what happens.
Oh boy.
She rolled an 11.
Hey.
She rolled a 6 and a 5. You can't see it. There it is. 6 and a 5.
You can put whatever you want up there now. Guys, I rolled boxcars. Alright, so I'm gonna say with that, like, you have stopped. And so next round you'll go back up. So you made it about halfway, and now you're gonna be going back up.
Great, just what we need. Make it take longer to get an empty elevator for Gerudo.
Oh no, we're getting 2 people down, or we're sending down a robot.
Oh, let's send the robot down to meet with Dust.
O'Heal.
No one ever.
Gerudo.
Ilse has a 4 education. She is not smart.
Education and intellect are 2 different things. What's your
Josh,
intellect?
my character has,
like I said, she's not book smart.
7 intellect. I think it's one of the dumbest characters here.
I have an 8 intellect, but I have no
my character's smart enough to send you down there and not let you stick around to blow up this stupid thing. Anyway,
things
all
have
right,
been done.
Gerudo's going to. Okay. So if I remember correctly, there was a couple of grease traps underneath the machinery there.
Mm-hmm.
Gerudo's basically going to keep moving away from 30Z, but he's going to start grabbing these grease traps out from under and just yoinking him out and just spilling the grease all over the floor. He is just pulling grease out behind him the entire way as he's moving away from this robot, this crazy robot.
Okay. Do you have, is it just 0 in athletics?
I do have a 0 in athletics.
Okay, I want this to be an endurance because they are hot. Okay. I don't know if that is the correct term for endurance, but it feels like a broad enough example.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So pretty much to see if you're able to withstand the thing.
Okay. Be an endurance check then.
Yeah, I want you to beat, same thing. I want you to beat a 10, and depending on how much higher you get over this, an 8 for 1, but I'll say for every 2 you get over there, you can get out some of the other ones. So.
All right, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, this is gonna be straight dice roll. I get 0 bonus in my endurance and 0 bonus in my athletics. So,
but at least it's 0 penalty.
Yeah, 0 penalty.
And it's also 0 penalty. Come on. I got an 8.
Okay, so you got the first one. Like maybe it caught a little bit, and so some of the grease it didn't spill on you, but like it was a rough pulling it out. But you're able to. Now, were you just trying to get it on the floor or actually at 30Z?
No, I'm just trying to get the grease and basically spill it on the floor.
Yeah, so you definitely like it. It's not a clean like row, but I'll say like pretty much it splashes over, and it's still close enough where it's like in front of the elevator and the elevator hatch to like some of the doors, but it's like it's kind of splotchy rather than like a straight slick.
Okay.
So you did that. So yeah, 30Z is going to just charge around the corner, and we're gonna see. Let's see. I'm gonna give an athletics dexterity roll to see how badly, or how well 30Z is able to go. Not with that roll. That was two twos.
Hey, keep rolling bad.
Yeah,
so roll bad for all of 30Z rolls and good for everybody else's.
Yeah, so 30Z like goes, and it's just like imagine like its head like cranes around the corner, looks at you, and then like it goes to like heavy step right on, and it just right in front of the elevator, leg just kicks out. Like it's a like pretty much it doesn't kick out, but it just like it pushes and then just keeps going, and like it crashes into the where you guys were hiding earlier. Yeah, Slippy Shoes always makes a stinking appearance. So yeah, O'Heal, what are you doing?
So I'm gonna basically check in with the security guard that's at the security spot and get the departure clearance for the Wolf, and start heading back to the ship.
Yeah, he kind of gives you a like a path. He's like, oh, this should do it. I don't remember my voice because that was a whole week ago and I was not actually written. So yeah, here you go, buddy. And he just gives you the pass, and that wouldn't take the whole chunk of time. So if you want to like meet back up with Dash and all that, we can add that all in there, and he can start trucking back.
Yeah, so
unless there's something else you wanted to do.
Yeah, so I just want to be getting back to the ship, and that's really the focus right now. Now on the comms, I'd basically be, hey, I'm on the way back to the ship. We got our clearance, departure clearance, and I'll be ready to pick you guys up.
And like you to get to Ashley, everything okay?
Yep, we got clearance. Let's get back to the ship.
Alrighty, let's go. I just realized what my brain was basing this character off of, and I almost said, "Time to catch a ride." So some people might get that reference. So they go and he starts going through the shit. Ilse, you spend the rest of this round going back up. You're not going to be able to take any actions unless you're doing anything inside the elevator.
No, so Ilse pulls out her laser pistol and is ready for when the doors open.
All right. It pretty much the round, your turn ends to the start of Gerudo, where Gerudo, the doors open up, and you realize this is a lot way earlier, as Ilse's there with their gun, just like, hey!
Gerudo's just gonna go like, as he sees Elsie. And if I'm remembering correctly, 30Z is basically on top of the meat stacks that we had grabbed, isn't
yes.
it?
No.
Roll luck to see if the meat stacks are under there. I know you guys don't have luck. This is how we've been doing it. Odds or evens?
Evens.
I rolled a 3.
Okay.
I will say this, because I think this will be a more interesting story. It's not crushed, but the way it's all, like, collapsed and everything, you see 30Z's hand holding as the bag of meat sticks is dangling there. And you know what? Elsie, you see this too.
That's fine.
So, I'm just letting you know, everyone can see that, but who knows what may change when it comes back around to 30Z's turn. So, but Gerudo, what would you like to do?
So, at this point, Gerudo's going to look over at the machinery that he's still next to, and he's going to see if there's any finished meat stacks.
Like the country?
No, sure, yeah, like the country. He's gonna see if there's any any fully cooked meat stacks sitting anywhere, like wherever the assembly line is, anything like that.
Yeah, I think there are some, and like you see like the middle one coming out with like ones that have like shards of metal in it. But there are a handful, like it looks like some that were part of like an order to go out. But yeah, it looks like it's just like I'm forgetting everything that we said.
It's like a conveyor system.
Yeah, I forgot what flavors we said.
There was every meat. No,
yeah,
known
all
to
the
man.
meats were in the main one. Yeah,
and then flamingo was the specialty, which I will say, but they're like all near each other. Like the output is there as well. Where the heck are the stupid animals on this dumb?
Alrighty. So here's what Gerudo wants to do. Gerudo wants to try and grab a bunch of the meat stacks and just book it towards the elevator.
Alright. I'll let you grab a handful there. You know what? I'm gonna say there's like an order. There's like a couple orders there. So I will. This is what I'll say. You can grab. You won't know what's in there, but if you want to just grab like whatever bags are there, you can. But it's going to be a more difficult check to cross the grease.
Oh, here's the plan with the grease, baby. I'm doing the classic drop to the knees and slide. I am sliding across this grease.
Okay. So, unless you think it's anything different, that sounds like an athletics dex check.
That's an athletics dex check to me.
All right.
I am sliding across this grease because here's my thought process. I'm a Varger. I'm covered in fur. That fur starts getting grease matted, baby. This thing's going to have a hard time holding me down.
And this is how Varger herpes happens.
So I want to know how many I'll say there's 4 bags. How many bags of the meat sticks are you grabbing?
I'm just gonna grab like I don't know, as many as I can. So if I can grab all 4,
You can grab all 4.
Well,
It's just going to make the check a little bit more difficult.
I'll grab 3. I'll grab 3.
Okay, so I'll let you know. Like if grabbing 2, it's going to be an 8, and then it's going to just be a +1 to pass a success. So you'll have to pass a 10 if you're grabbing all 4.
All right, I'll just grab 3 for now.
Okay.
Grab 3, running. Gonna do the classic slide through the grease.
All right.
And I'm just trying to get to the elevator. Hopefully this greased up
tell me
wolf
this, is
boy
there? Yep.
is
Like
gonna make
roll
it
your
easier for us to
thing.
get in there.
Don't tell me your result. Is there like boons and banes
Or
or like advantage?
There is a luck counter here.
we don't have
'Cause,
the
like,
stuff
this-
for the lock. That's one of the other books.
Yeah.
It's all based on like previous rolls. So there is a boon that like if your previous roll before this action was a certain number, then you get so much plus to it, and if it was a certain number, you get so much minus to it. I just don't know
like,
where that's in it. Like that's for if we're doing cooperative actions.
Page 61 has some of the information. So some of the things that could happen to help those checks would be cooperation between players. So things that help the overall action can result in adjusting the target dice difficulties or adding modifiers to it. So in this case, I think
roll
something.
an 11 with my last roll, so that could be a boon on his.
Well, something that I was thinking of is like Elsie could see Gerudo charging across the room towards the elevator, doing this slide, and try to jump up to give room for Gerudo to slide into the elevator underneath her.
That is her plan. Her plan was going to be to see which way he was going to go, and then she was either going to go down or go up, based on what he was doing. To fit 2 people.
I found what I'm looking for. This is what I found. The paragraph here. If a traveler has help, such as good tools, competent aids, or beneficial circumstances, they can receive a boon, which means they get to roll an extra die during the check and discard the lowest. The thing is, I'm looking
Definitely
at
don't have competent help.
the beneficial circumstances. I want to say that the way you set this room up and what your plan is, I want to give you a boon for this roll because of the grease to slide in there.
Okay.
I personally, like, some people was like, I don't know. It's like, for me, I like the setup and how he's using that.
The rule of fun, Dave. The rule of fun.
Yeah.
So I get to roll an extra dice and discard the lowest of them?
Discard the lower one, yes.
Did you roll boxers? Snake eyes?
No! My original roll was a 4 and a 1. The extra dice that I rolled was a 1.
The Traveler gods knew I was trying to cheat the system, so...
So my total roll came out to a 7.
Ooh.
A 7. Okay, so you
dice.
pretty much you slide and like it looks like you're going good, and then you realize that 30Z's leg is actually in the way, and it trips you up. So you pretty much are not in all the way. Like pretty much your upper half of your body like is in the elevator. With I'll say the meat stacks are in there, or the meat sticks, whatever we've been calling them, is in there. But your lower half is out, and 30Z gets up and is going to try to grapple your lower torso, which is not going to go.
My grease-covered lower torso. It's
Your
just
grease-covered.
So there should be a
grapple.
boon on him.
Bane.
I'll take a boon.
What? Bane? Whatever. I don't know what it is.
Bane, Josh! I told you I didn't have competent help!
There you go. We're gonna talk like Bane now. That's a terrible Bane impression.
That was a really bad Bane impression, Josh. I'm sorry.
Hold on.
I haven't watched that.
Secret just a talk in the cup.
We're born in a society.
Yes.
I don't know the Joker line.
Try to grab your oily flesh. And this is how I caught Varga herpes.
I was born with it.
I was just about to say.
Raised in it.
It's the first Vogger to robot.
The joke
herpes transition.
It's the joke that just keeps on giving.
You may have burned from it, but I was born from it, created, molded by the pain and the burn.
Okay. I was looking for another.
Oh man.
Look, it wasn't as good as a joke as the shirt flapper, but still. You are so lucky you added a Bane to all that. Because I rolled a 5 and a 6 and a 3. So
Yes!
it is an 8, but it's still a difficult... I'm going to say it's very difficult, the fact that 30Z only has one arm. You have grease on your lower torso. So it doesn't get a full hold, but it's like you guys are all kind of tangled up. I'm not going to reward your failure like with all that. So she does keep saying she again, but yeah, 30Z does not have like a full grasp on you, but you are also not completely free. But who knows? Elsie might be able to do something that when it comes to Elsie's turn. Because right now we're at we are going with O'Heal. So O'Heal, you're driving back, and what are you planning on doing?
So right now, O'Heal is just going to be on the way back to the ship. It's going to be a couple of minutes getting there because we said it was like 5 or 10 minutes to the 5 or 10 minute little drive over to the security station. So yeah, basically right now, O'Heal is just chatting with Dash, maybe bringing the ship's comms in where I can fill. Yeah, I'll bring the ship comms into play and fill in Jade and Barrett, so that they know what's going on. And there's really not a whole lot that O'Heal can really do to provide immediate assistance with this situation.
What I want to know is O'Heal's reaction, because I would imagine that even though it was silent, like as we said, it was silent, as Gerudo was just like, Elsie, what are you doing here? What is O'Heal's thought process of your adult toddler coming back?
So I guess O'Heal hearing that Elsie had reversed this elevator is just like, again? Elsie, what are you doing? You're slowing down the process for everyone here. Like, why are you making this more complicated?
Technically, I made it quicker, but
only if you both get in the elevator.
You know what I like? I'm also imagining when like you stop the elevator and it's going back. There's a TikTok where it's like, I'm coming back for you, babe. And it's just that. It's like, he's just like, I'm coming back for you, babe. And the doors open up. I'm coming back for you. And Crew's like, why are you back?
because you can't do this without me.
Yeah,
I'm the only competent fighter we had.
Elsie also didn't make any commentary on the comms or anything in turning this elevator around. So the first,
oh no, you probably heard her like going, "I can't believe this stupid guy put me in this elevator."
Well, I mean, you didn't say anything at the time, though.
Yeah, well, like, she probably was, like, gremlin mumbling, but you also have to remember, at the same time is when Dolotov was shutting you off from the system, like, locking you out, so...
yeah, different comms, though.
Yeah, but it's like you could have also been distracted by that while she was like, I'm getting back up there. Anyway, so yeah, you're going down there, talking with everybody, and blah, blah, blah. Everything seems pretty much in order. And then we go to Ilse as you have your greasy wolf buddy that is all kind of tangled up in robot.
All right, so I know I can do a major action and then I can do minor actions, right? Is kind of how it works.
By the rules, we haven't really been doing the rules.
What I'm thinking is like I can have a quote unquote move action and I can have like a interact action and I can have an attack,
action,
right? Like, so what I'm gonna do. So the first thing Ilse's gonna do is like those doors open and her laser pistol's out. And she sees 30Z attempting to grab. She sees 30Z attempting to grab Gerudo, and has like it on, has like a grasp on, and she is going to shoot 30Z with her first action.
Alright.
Or at least attempt to, right? Like she's going to attempt to shoot 30Z with her first action.
Are you targeting? Are you doing a called shot?
No, I'm not like targeting like a specific spot on 30Z. It's like it basically I'm shooting for the upper torso of 30Z. So it's either like the spot that she's aiming for is like between the chest and the head. So wherever it hits in there, that's her goal.
I'm gonna say this is when Elsie crits. So yeah.
Right, so that's the hope.
We'll see what happens. Yeah.
I'm just hoping the laser doesn't set the grease on fire.
So everything's just a straight 0-0. Because I have -2 on my deck, so at some point, if we ever play this character again, we're getting the chip that like gives me positive decks. But here we go. We're gonna shoot. We're gonna see what happens. That is a 9 to hit.
A 9 to hit. I want to say it was. Yeah, it was good. So with that, yeah, well, give me damage.
And then what? Hold on, I have to find the damage real quick. This is the worst part about these stupid things. Oh, hold on, I have it right here. Some of the laser pistols 3D plus 3. So that is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 15 points of damage.
Right. And then I'm just looking up. That. Okay. I always forget if.
I remember how stun worked. Stun was however many over was how many rounds they were incapacitated. I don't know actual damage.
I just see the protection on the armor, and I didn't know if that was like DR, pretty much.
I think it is.
Okay, so you did how much?
15 points of damage.
15. Okay, so actually, the way it's described here is that, and once again, what kind of gun did you shoot?
It's
laser?
It's a laser pistol. So it's tech level 11.
So you hit, and pretty much you see like most of the light like kind of reflect off in like weird other ways. Like it still does some damage, but like not as much as you would expect. As it kind of just like sprays the light out a little bit. No one gets hit besides that, but it's like it's definitely dazed. I'm gonna let's see. I'm going to roll a d6, and the higher the number, the closer it got to the noggin. That's a 5. So I'm gonna say it was like right in the neck. It just went like and dispersed all there. So and 30's just like so
and then with her like her minor action, she's going to then grab hold of Gerudo and pull the rest of him, attempt to pull the rest of him into the elevator. As she she's going to pull him in, and then she's going to try to like crouch above him so that there's more room for them to both be.
All right. Yeah, you're. Yeah, with that, like the grip's loosened up and everything. Yeah, so you're both in there. It is really, 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 really cramped. Like you guys are just. It is not comfortable. Okay, but that is your turn. Gerudo, it is your turn.
Yeah, so Gerudo is somehow crammed into this thing. Am I still being held by this?
No. Like between the shot and Ilse yanking you, you are no longer grappled.
Gotcha. I'm gonna try to hit whatever button I need to hit to get this thing to go down.
Okay. You see the button. You gonna hit it?
I'm gonna hit it. I'm hitting the button. Yeah.
Alright. Josh, odds or evens?
Odds.
I rolled a 3.
Yes! Finally, it worked out in my favor.
So you hit the button, and it's just like, and like sparks shoot out, and it's just like a pause as what is it?
Because Elsie messed with the wiring.
As 30Z like slowly gets up, and it's just like on the lip, and like I don't know, I just imagine you're just like just tapping it like go, like how when people are trying to press the closed doors
New
button.
York elevator.
Yeah, very much like I did when me, my brother, and niece were visiting the Franklin Institute, and I saw people coming like.
Yep.
They still got in, but you're hitting that, and it's like you're like, and then you're, and the doors go, and like you begin to descend, as like, right as like 30's just like, and it's just like, and you go down, and here's the thing though. There's way more weight in here than is what is normally here. We're kind of out of the whole combat thing. So, this is what needs to happen. Ilse, you either need to make a difficult electronics check to see if you can engage the brakes to slow this down, or you guys have to do some sort of like roll skill that you see to reduce your descent, because you guys are coming in hot.
All right. Could she use her tactics to think about, like, so before she does anything with electronics, can she use her tactics to think about how best to, because she's been on ships and she's been in situations where like things were careening towards each other in the military, like could she make a roll to figure out like what would be the best course of action for them to not get super damaged
you can
before she like does the next thing?
I think this thing has picked up enough speed, you only get one action.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I think I don't think there's any other thing she could do other than the electronics. So, so she's going to use her electronics with her intellect, which is a 0/0. So it's all based on some good old fashioned roll here, and we'll see what happens. And hopefully we didn't use all of our good rolls. And
that bad, huh?
is there a way to push myself in this game? No, it's a different system. Okay.
It's definitely a different system. I don't think there is.
Can I?
What you get?
Can I just like
Gerudo can try to aid?
No, aid's not gonna help anything.
Yeah, I'll try to move my tail out of the way or something.
You see this Vogger tail
Can
slapping
Gerudo do
Elsie in the
something
face.
to? Can Gerudo do something to give a boon to Elsie? That's the question right now.
Gerudo.
Well, let me see if I don't think I have anything. I do actually have a +1 to electronics. Oh, you know what? Gerudo's going to try to aid Ilse by suggesting that there might be like an emergency stop circuit in there. So I got a +1 to electronics.
I think Josh was saying that his check, it didn't matter if he had aid, right?
No, I just need to find a way
Actually-
to boon this.
Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, actually, this would be a way to get a boon.
The only way it's going to work.
This is a way you can get a boon is
Competent
aids. So I'm glad it took us 9 episodes to get to competent aids.
We haven't really tried to aid each other yet, so.
Yeah, we've been spreading all the other diseases. Anyway, go ahead. That's gonna get me canceled.
Oh, that's really funny.
Anyway, go ahead. Roll electronics. I'm gonna say this is. We'll just say it's average because.
You Gerudo.
Mhm.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, just beat an 8.
Oh yeah, no.
No.
I rolled a 3.
Hey, I
My
rolled that
+1
same
in
number
electronics.
myself.
My +1 to electronics and 7 in intellect is not gonna help me out there. So.
All right. And so you guys careen, and then all of a sudden, you guys slam into the bottom of this place. Let me just roll. Let me just go down to just the weapon option because I don't think there's a fall table, just to see what they roll for damage.
There's got to be a fall table.
Probably. I would not be surprised. I just don't know where it is.
It's Traveler. There's a table for
Wait,
everything.
encounters and dangers. Let's see. Disease, fatigue, poisons, gravity. Here we go. No, this is actual, like, gravity, not falling. Let's see. Radiation, weather, suffocation, temperature, vacuum, medical treatment, unconsciousness, natural healing. I found the animal table. Let's see. What if I go to the index?
Here we go.
Let's see. Temperatures falling. A character who falls on a 1 gravity world suffers 1d6 damage per 2 meters fallen. Higher low gravity worlds will increase or decrease the damage. Look up the size number.
2 meters is 6 feet. So how long is this elevator shaft, Dave?
Well, long enough.
Long enough that it's going to kill us?
Are we just in straight up free fall here?
No, that's the thing.
or-
You weren't.
okay.
Like it was like a slow build.
Assisted free fall.
So we're
Yeah,
taking
so-
we're taking like a 1d. We're taking half the damage all the way down, so it's.
I'm gonna roll
a third of the
2
damage.
die.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll 2 die. Okay. 32 now.
And we are both permadead.
Yes. Now I just gotta get heal.
I refuse.
No, I rolled 4. Was there an addition that goes to that, or is it just?
It says look up the size code for the world and gravity associated, multiply falling damage by gravity number. So in this case, since it's what I would kind of see with this is that it is a space station. So even though there's some level of gravity that's for moving around, making it easy for people, but it's not going to be a one gravity. It's not going to be Earth gravity on the station.
I know what we're going to do. We're going to keep the 4 damage to both of you guys. And the way this goes out is like you guys came in so fast it activated the safety protocols. So it's just like foam shot out in like in the oh my goodness, I just realized how bad this is going to sound.
This is what happens when you take the elevator all the way down the shaft.
Yeah. Jokes from the beginning part. So yeah, anyway,
It gets real foamy.
Pretty much you guys land in some sort of softer material and and that cushions your fall, but you still like the impact and just being like everything just all condensed together. You guys both take 4 hit points of damage. And the doors open.
So my endurance is now 6 for right now. Right.
Yeah, mine's 4, Josh.
Oh, we have to figure out what that means.
I don't see anywhere here where I can mark where my original.
I think that's.
Though.
You could probably use the kind of the. I don't know. Put a slash and just have the.
I'm
second
just
number.
putting in that I took 4 damage at the bottom here in my notes. So.
Yeah, I don't think it's. Let's see. Back down to the bottom of the book. I probably should just open the book next to me, but I already had the PDF open. Let's see. Is there like? I don't see.
All right, hits that reduce endurance aren't real wounds.
Yeah, I remember that. I think you also need to go fully unconscious.
You have to go over. You have to go over endurance.
Yeah. So.
And it's however many rounds over endurance. However many points over endurance is how many rounds you're incapacitated for.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So. All right. So. Yeah. You're on the edge.
Yep.
But
Which
anyway,
makes sense because Gerudo was on the bottom. So boom, Ilse just crushes him.
Alright. And the doors open up. Emmy's down there. And you see Emmy and Dust. And then you see a person that you have not met before holding a gun at the opening. Like, and it's a it's a laser pistol. She's like, okay, do you want to tell me the reason why you're coming down here? Is there any more, Emmy? And she's like, no, there's no more coming down. This is it. I do not appreciate you overstepping your bounds like this. Why shouldn't I just end this all right here? That way Dolotov can just open up the systems again and we can move on. And there's like a pause, so if you guys want to interject. Let me explain, like, while you guys think of what you want to say. Pretty much this, it's a human female, a little bit older, with like straight, long black hair. That is definitely older. Kind of, you can see the wrinkles in her face, and she always looks grumpy. He's like, "What do you have to say for yourself? I've seen what you guys have been doing all around the ship, making messes."
Gerudo's gonna say, "Listen, miss, we're just trying to get off the ship. Leave all this stuff alone. There's been some terrible misunderstandings. We're just trying to leave. We want to make sure that there's no more damage done, and we think the best way to accomplish that is for us just to get out of your hair."
Get out of the the elevator. Stint looks me in the eyes.
Grudo's gonna like pull himself out from under Ilse and like try to stand up.
Ilse, are you getting out?
Ilse covered in foam.
The foam was on the outside. It wasn't in the actual.
All right. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right. Less fun for me.
Let's
Hey,
dramatic.
there's a bunch of like, if you want to like get on you while you're stepping out,
No,
like it's
so-
like all around. But no, it was like on the outside.
No,
It
that's
didn't
fine.
actually fill.
Ilse still has her pistol, and so Ilse, seeing a pistol, raises her pistol at her and says, "So either you can put yours down, or you can go down."
And like, Emmy's just like, we don't need this. Look,
Yeah, Grudo's gonna be trying to step in front of Elsie's pistol. Like, Elsie, just stop.
while you guys are doing this, the elevator doors close and you hear it going back up.
Does the
Grudo's
elevator
gonna
still work?
look at the
That's
lady.
question.
It's you hear the sounds of it attempting to go up. How
It's
well
a
it still
maglev.
works.
It's a maglev. Grudo's gonna look at the lady and go, "Listen, ma'am, there is a absolutely destructive rogue robot that's going to be coming down that elevator soon. If you don't want to be cleaning up any more mess, I suggest you take us to the poop chute, or whatever this thing we're looking for is called."
Pay me.
How much?
Make it worth my while.
Elsie?
Ilse puts 2,000 credits out and says, so like she has her gun out still. She like pulls her comm out and says, 2,000 CR, or you can take 2,000 CR, or you can take a laser.
Elsie, just put the gun down.
And she's like, and she kind of holds out like her stick. Payment first. Like she's still holding her gun.
And Ilse swipes or does whatever you need to do to.
Yeah, the
do
tap
payment.
thing. And she's like, and like within a couple seconds, she's like, okay. And she puts her gun down. Come with me. And she looks over at me. I don't want to have this happen again. Are you ready for a pickup?
I'm gonna hit up the comms and go, oh shoot, how could I have forgotten our ship's name?
Cosmic
Cosmic
Wolf.
Wolf.
Cosmic
Wolf.
I'm gonna go, Wolf, come in. You guys ready for pickup?
And we're gonna transfer there. As we, at this point, we'll say with everything going on, O'Heal, like during that exchange, you're like a couple minutes out, like from the Cosmic Wolf, and you get a ping. Like Jade contacts you and it's like, "What happened?"
I think Dolotov shut down all the comms from the ring to the spire, and but I've got a clearance, and sounds like they are.
That's the thing. You don't have a clearance anymore. What did you do?
That security guard gave me a clearance.
Well, he gave you a clearance, but on paper, there's like on the network, you're not cleared to go.
What happened then? Because I had the clearance.
And then like you hear in the background, Barrett's like, the only one that could do that would be the Dolotov. Did you talk to Dolotov?
It talked to us when it cut off the communications.
Yeah, no, that's a big thing. Like, the scheduling is getting the door open for you.
Well,
And Dash, like, he... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, then what do? We gotta get these doors open. We gotta get out of here. They're about to leave, and we gotta be, we gotta get on the way to pick them up.
And Dash, he's like, I can do it.
Okay, and well, let's make it happen.
Okay, yeah. I need a minute. And we can get you out of here. But you're gonna have to go fast.
Ship's ready to fly. It will be as soon as I get on board, and everybody else that's staying is off. Then we're ready to fly.
Okay. Do you communicate any of that to Jade?
I'm kind of picturing that on the way back, I probably have comms open to the ship. Because they're in like an area close to the front where might have comms with them through the ship.
Mm-hmm. And you hear, like, Jade's like, no, Dash, you can't do that. And it's like, go ahead.
So, why can't you do that?
Because it's literal suicide. He has to go outside and force the doors open, and normally the pressure, from the exhaust of ships, it either destroys or shoots the person that's out on doing a skywalk.
Well, I mean, is there any way that we can tether him to the wolf and pick him up as well on the way out?
And like he kind of looks at you to mute your comms for a second, just kill.
Okay, so I'll mute the link to the ship for the moment.
Look, man, Talia gave me borrowed time, and this is the way I can repay her. It's totally worth it. Okay? Sometimes it has to be cost.
I mean, if there's any way that we can just tether you to the ship and pick you up on the way out, then you can come along.
Well, that's the problem. You're inside, I have to be outside. There's no tethering.
Okay, well, can you take a
you
beacon and we can pick you up?
That's if your ship doesn't kill me, buddy. Here's the problem, you're not able to go slow. You gotta get your crew. You gotta get the job. I expected this. Well, I didn't expect it now, but when all this craziness happened, I knew something was gonna happen, and as I said, borrowed time, buddy, and it's calling.
If it must be, then is there anybody that we can pass on some thanks to?
If you yeah, and he kind of just slides you this kind of data chip. It's if you just upload that to I don't know, or send that to the Talia, she can get it in an email, or well, I don't know if there's email, but she can just either send it to her, or if you guys go and visit her, just give that to her. She'll know what to do.
All right, we'll do. And
who knows? I might live.
Well, take a beacon. We'll pick you up if we can.
We'll see, man. Don't worry about it. Here, you better take this. This is the easiest way to get out. And he gives you just follow the GPS.
All right.
And
I'll head back.
Yeah.
I'll take off and head back to the ship and relay that we have the option. We have the doors opening, and it's taken care of. And I'll just be heading back to the ship and ready to fly.
And Jade's okay, well, we'll get out of the way. And you guys you get there, and pretty much as you get there, Jade and Barrett are standing outside, and like it looks like they're having like a private conversation like with somebody else on their comms, and Jade doesn't look okay. Like her eyes are definitely like red and like kind of sniffling a little bit. And we're gonna go back to the, as we've been calling it, the poop shoot. Probably not the best thing, as it's a little emotional now. But
Going to the
you
poop and
guys,
shoot.
I'm gonna say you guys did not hear that. Okay, like when comms were killed, like with O'Heal, you do not know what Dash is doing. So,
yeah. So the only thing I'd relay from that would be back to them and say, "Hey, I'm almost back to the ship. I'll be launching any moment, and be on the way to pick up."
And then if you say that to the woman that you paid off, I don't think we said this person's name. So she's like, okay.
Don't know, don't care.
Neither does
You
Elsie.
have, and so she leads you over to this like dumpster, and she's like, you have pretty much we put trash in here. You go in here, we'll seal it. You have 20 minutes. Your pilot has 20 minutes to find you. You have beacon?
Y'all better have a beacon.
That's a great question.
I'm gonna look to Emmy and go,
She's like, give me a second. It's gonna take your ship a second or two to get out of the port anyway. And she's like, Dara, is there a workshop? She's like, it's over there. It's like, okay.
we're gonna hit up O'Heal and go, hey, we're working on getting a beacon set up here so that you're not just searching the vast and infinite reaches of outer space for us.
Mm-hmm. So,
Guys, we're supposed
but like,
to have that already. This very exasperated O'Heal at this point.
And Ilse just kind of goes, but we weren't supposed to bring things like that onto the ship.
We always have to have our
As she has her
eventualities.
pistol and her stunner
Exactly.
and a smoke grenade.
and left her grenades up in the X suite.
Her personalized, gilt-edged, monogrammed grenades.
Yeah, they all say property of Ilse Savage Hunter on each one.
If lost, return to Ilse Savage Hunter.
No, it says if lost, please return to Alster Hunter.
And then has like the little like cutesy like oops. Guys, this is what we call around the table coping after hearing some very sad news.
Very sad news, man. I'm crying over here.
I win. Anyway.
There's always a price to pay, and Ilse's ready for Dash to pay.
There's always a price to pay when I'm behind the table.
So
Normally,
horrible.
I have to pay it. So anyway, yeah. So she's like, Emmy's like, this will just give me 5 minutes, and then you guys can get out. And so that's there. And I want Gerudo and Elsie, give me a recon. I don't know if any of these would actually work, but A recon intellect check.
Okay. No, that's a 4. Because that's a -3 for me.
I rolled a 7.
A 7?
Yeah, 7.
You hear that the elevator stopped.
Gerudo is going to...
Not like it came back down. Like, it stopped somewhere from its original path up. So,
Alright.
With that passing roll, I'm going to let you intuit that the elevator is moving slower.
Okay.
So...
Gerudo's gonna look over to Emmy and go, "Hey, Emmy, I think we're running out of time."
Well, I can only go as fast as I can, since,
Alright. We're gonna hop in here just in case, and just get ready to go.
Ilse looks at Gerudo and says, "If he comes, I'll handle it." And, gets Gerudo to take Dust into the trash compactor, and she holds her pistol
Gerudo's
out.
just gonna look at her and go, "Ilse, just get in this stupid trash compactor. Now."
And she just goes, "No. If he comes, someone has to be prepared to fight him."
Okay, let me tell you how this is gonna go. Dust, get in the trash compactor. Ilse, we're gonna get in the trash compactor. We're gonna wait. If that elevator door opens, they send us out before he's able to do anything. If we have the beacon, better. If we don't, oh well. O'Heal can find us.
with that, we're going to switch over to O'Heal.
So,
The door... Oh, go ahead.
So, before listening to all of this chatter about if he comes and everything, it's like, are you guys is the robot, are you thinking the robot's on the elevator or something? And...
Oh, O'Heal's gonna go, "Yeah, we didn't kill it. You told us not to kill it, so we didn't kill it."
So, have you tried to shut down the elevator? Or have Emmy shut down the elevator, maybe?
Emmy's busy making us a beacon.
Ilse goes,
Maintenance lady.
"We kind of broke it."
Gerudo's gonna look over at the
course you
maintenance lady
did.
and go... Gerudo's gonna look over at the maintenance lady and go, "Are you a maintenance lady?
What of it?
Can you stop that elevator? It's probably unsafe to be ridden on right
Let
now.
me guess,
by
it's
anybody."
30Z, right?
It may be coming down. It kind of went crazy. Stuck its arm in
No,
a
it's
grinder.
a defense robot. What do you think it's doing? It's getting rid of you. It's just like antibodies. You are the
We're
person.
trying to get rid of ourselves now.
I know. That's why you have to stop arguing and get in the stupid trash compactor. Emmy will be done. Wait, is it Emmy? Yeah.
Dust. Trash compactor. Now.
Yes, I'm going.
Ilse,
I'm going
trash
in.
compactor.
No, Dust is already in there. He's just like, I'm not staying here. And it's like, don't worry. What you guys did to the elevator is going to take at least a couple minutes for the robot to get down. And if Emmy will be done anytime soon, then we'll be gone. Okay, all we have to do is hit the button there as we are in the safety office. Airlock, gush, bada bing, bada boom, sends everything out.
Perfect. Ilse, just get in here with me. And Gerudo's gonna get in, but he's like, going like, "Ilse, now."
Alright, well, I'm gonna
Stand
follow-
here and point your gun at the door, but get in the space darn trash compactor.
Okay, but I do want to pause here because we need to go back to O'Heal, as you are in, pretty much you're in the, pretty much in the.
In the cockpit?
Yeah, the Cosmic Wolf. Yeah, you're in the Cosmic Wolf. I was like, what's it called?
In the ship, it's already primed for flight, waiting on the doors to open.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so, and you get a quick ping over the thing, and it's Bannon, not Bannon,
Dash?
Barrett,
Barrett.
and he's like, by the way, O'Heal,
Yes?
tell Bancroft we'll miss her. She was a very good person, but we understand when people have to go.
I'll let her know.
And
on her behalf, thanks for not making a big deal of it.
oh, don't worry. She already has many V-mails. And so, and then it's like at that point, you just hear like, all right, good buddy. I'm going to open up the doors in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Emmy comes over to you guys. And she's like, here's the beacon. Okay? Once you get out of the ship, you'll feel the weightlessness, okay? And that's when you gotta hit the top and the bottom, okay? And then it's going to... You guys might feel weird energy and all that stuff, but it's... We couldn't make it completely safe, so you're probably gonna get a little nauseous as it goes on, but it's not permanent. It's not gonna fully affect anything. So, just a heads up, okay? Okay, and she kind of shoves it into Elsie's hands, and
Elsie with the beacon will get into the ship, into the trash compactor.
And then the person you only know is Dara. He's like, okay, 2 minutes and you're out. I don't want to see you again. I'm pretty sure this one has already heard this before.
No, you will not ever see us again. I can promise that.
Who knows what season 2 could bring now?
Season 2, destroy Morse Fire Station.
Fix your oopsies. And so she seals it, and like you hear the as like the nice like air conditioned, like the conditioned air starts to go like warm and a little bit stale, but it's and a little stinky. But you, Gerudo, Ilse, Dust, and slightly damaged 3 boxes of meat sticks are all in the thing. As Dusty's like, well, I don't. Well, I'm having to doing all these voices, and I'm like, ah, shoot. So I guess we just have to wait, right?
Yeah, we wait.
Yep.
And then like you hear the burn, 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 and then like all of a sudden you hear this just like poof, as this like thud on the top, and you just hear banging on the outside of the door, and like you can see like maybe the dumpster is like getting a little bit of impact. Nothing has breached, and then all of a sudden you just hear as like you feel that you are shot out, and like whatever was hitting on there is no longer hitting, and you guys know that you are in open space. Are you activating the beacon?
She said as soon as we're weightless, so Ilse has the beacon, and so as soon as like the beacon like tries to move on its own because of weightlessness, she's gonna hit the buttons.
Yep. So you hit the buttons. You guys all feel a little funny, like a little like kind of motion sick, and
Dust begins profusely vomiting into the chute.
This is the worst thing that I've ever had to deal with. Oh, it's floating. No, it's O'Heal. You hear 1, and the doors go. I need a piloting check, or I guess flyer.
This is space, so pilot.
Pilot, yeah. I just saw flyer, and I'm like, is there a pilot? Yeah. So piloting check. Education, probably, or whatever one you think. Whatever characteristic you want to put with it.
13. That is a 14.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Look at you hitting it like crazy.
The one
Yeah,
roll I made
and
tonight was a 10 on the base and with +4 total on it.
So with ease, you maneuver your way out, and is like you just team. Don't worry, good buddy. You got this. As like the communication cuts off, and like as that cuts off, you see like on one of your displays the beacon.
So I'll say, hey, LC Gerudo, on the way. I got you. I see the ping, and I'm on the way. And I'll
Alright.
steer the ship down towards the base of the station to pick him up.
Alright. I want another pilot check unless there's a different grabbing check just to make sure that you can get them into the cargo bay safely.
That's a 13 total.
Alright. There's a reason why he stays on the ship.
Right?
Yeah, like you guys like you feel weightlessness, and then a doof as you guys like softly land, and then a couple minutes later, like 10 minutes later or so. No, your ship's not that big. Sorry. Like,
Well, so like basically the way I kind of see that happening is I'd have the cargo bay door would be open, and the rest of the ship would be sealed off from the cargo bay. So I just basically kind of back onto the around this pod, close the doors, and settle it to the deck, and just be off going away from the station. Because I haven't had time to do any of the warp check or the jump checks yet.
And so, yeah. So you land within, we'll say, about 10 minutes as the back repressurizes. O'Heal opens up the door, and you guys are safely let out. And
O'Heal takes one look at this mess of people. Oh God, you three showers now, and just leaves to go back to the bridge.
Before he leaves, Gerudo's gonna go, O'Heal,
Oh.
for you.
Oh, snacks, thanks. Still,
And
you guys,
and I goes,
you guys need
don't
showers.
even know what we had to do to get those.
And then you guys
Don't
hear,
worry, I'm not gonna eat them all. Just, I need you in the showers.
and it's like as you guys are saying that, you hear a laser gun discharge as you hear the clunk of the briefcase onto the floor, and he's just like, oh, it's good to have that off my wrist. But yes, I'll take a shower. Where can one cleanse himself on this rust bucket?
Ilse shows him to her quarters where there's a shower.
By the way, did you guys tell O'Heal that Dust was the child?
Nope.
No, that has not been mentioned over comm. So
Yeah, so
O'Heal, hearing this laser pistol, is going to be turning around like, what? And what is going on?
I think Ilse will take this one because Gerudo. Ilse like looks at Dust and looks at O'Heal and says, "Oh, O'Heal, Dust, O'Heal," and then just kind of looks at O'Heal and says, "So Dust isn't the briefcase. It's him."
you guys.
Gerudo's gonna pick up the briefcase and toss it back into the trash dumpster, and then just turn around and walk out.
You do know that Dust is not my name, right?
So O'Heal just like a little bit confused at this point, like, so what is your name, man?
But Dust is a code name. I'm Duke Sebastian Kildgore. I was kidnapped off my planet. And if you guys are interested in a job that could pay very well, would you be interested in some freedom fighting?
How about we finish what we got right now? You know what? No, we'll talk about this later. I'm gonna go see to the getting our jump set up, and this has been a very long day. You just go get in the shower, and we'll talk later.
Yeah. So he's like, okay. And so he, like, Elsie, you take Sebastian.
As Elsie is walking him to the shower, she goes, "You had me at fighting."
And, like, you see, like, the first time, like, a smirk is just like, from what I've seen, it's, I'm reverting back to Tara. From what I've seen, it looks like we could make some chaos. And we'll cut down, like, maybe Bancroft, like, exits her, like, room, just like, is everything okay? And then, like, sees Garuda and just like, you stink, but oh my goodness, come here. And, like, starts pulling out her med packs and everything, and it's just like, I may have played a doctor on TV, but you're not going far.
Garuda's just like, this is like limping around, like dislocated shoulder, broken legs, like.
Yeah, when your endurance is at 0, like, you have, like, cuts and, like, minor abrasions everywhere. Like, you've gone through the rigor. Like, you have, like, a patch of hair missing, probably.
My endurance is not at 0. It's at 4.
Oh, I thought you had it at 4 and you lost 4.
No.
Okay.
No.
The way
I
you
had 8.
No, I was with
down to
Josh on
4.
there. No, the way it came off was saying you had 4 when you took the 4 damage.
No.
Yeah, but no, she's still gonna say, like, it's still half your hits, and she's just like,
Yeah.
she's like, come here, or oh my goodness, everyone's daughter now. It's like, no, sit down, and then, like, she's like checking, like, everything. It's just like, why is your bottom half so greasy?
It's a cure for Varga herpes.
No, it's not. And we'll close on that screen as we see a bubble.
I like this doctor.
As we see a bubble of light encircle the cosmic wolf as it blasts off.
Is Jade still on the ship too?
No, Jade's not on.
Oh, okay, Jade left. Okay.
Jade and Barrett both got off the ship as O'Heal was on the way back to the ship.
And with that was season 1 of Nomads of the Cosmos.
Woo!
Woo! Yeah,
Look
boys!
at that. We got through without
We
dying.
survived. Also,
They survived!
I would just like to point out, I still have the AV bug that proves that I killed a notorious gangster in very cold fashion.
This crew be making bank. We got a
We be
ship.
making bang!
Got a ship. We got dust. Rescued dust from future jobs. Maybe we got the AV bug with the kill on the crime lord. We got all kinds of fun stuff.
We got my rich husband's bank account.
We'll see
Well,
how
let's
much
not talk much about that.
We'll see how much that goes in there. But yeah, it's this was a blast. It was definitely fun playing this game. Like, this was a game like
Well
I bought
done, Dave.
last year, and I'm like, I wanna do this. Thank you. I'm glad this game would not have gone nearly as well without all 3 of y'all joining in. And this was definitely for 2024. It's definitely gonna have to get a season 2.
I'm down.
So
Let's do it. New characters. Woo!
It could be
No,
new
I'm kidding.
characters. It could be these characters. It seems like you guys might have a job offer.
And a ship now.
Yeah.
Elsie's getting some work done in their off time.
Mhm.
No more negative
So-
decks.
Dude, on this jump, Gerudo wants to find out some more juicy details about LC.
There's
Yeah,
lots
No,
of
he's probably gonna spend his time. He's probably gonna spend his time with the doctor. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, it's like that interaction. It's like the first time that anyone showed Gerudo any sort of like care besides why are you bleeding everywhere.
Dust is going to be spending some time with LC and learning some of LC's secrets.
Yes, hold on. How old did I make this child?
Oh no.
See,
Oh dear God, no.
See, the way that I kind of figured it, because we basically have 4 cabins plus like some additional crew area of that's kind of the bridge kind of area, and I figured it's basically be like, okay, we got this kid. He could just stay in my quarters. I'll take the bridge. It's fine.
Yep. But then again, who knows? Maybe some of this money you guys can put in an extra berth.
We can get all of the
second turret.
Actually, you know what? Hold on. Do you guys remember what the Cosmic Wolf? It was a free trader, right? No, sorry,
It's
No,
a
it's a
scout.
a scout. So
The
we could
Scout
just-
S class.
With whatever money we have, we need to fix the cargo bay that contaminated.
Yeah, that was the big thing I was thinking is just getting that cargo bay fixed in particular.
That's the main thing we have to do first, so we don't contaminate all of our shipping every time.
Or just trade it in for a different ship. Just go under another, whatever it's called.
Yeah, whatever Duke Sebastian is willing to have us ride in. Season 2, new ship, same chaos.
Oh yeah.
Okay, what should?
Nah, this was a blast. This was a lot of fun. Well done, Dave. Well done.
Yeah, it was fun. There's, like, as I said, there's a couple characters. I think at the end, like, most of the characters that have been named. Let's see, there's two. There's like 2 named characters that you guys did not interact with at all, but it didn't matter. Like, they were just all written there in case you guys wanted to and everything. And it's like, I think this would be a cool show to see, like, animated.
Right?
Like,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Especially that last bit of everything. That would be fun.
I'm like just still trying to find the scout ship so I can just
Page
there it
190.
is. Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you got like a boardroom. It looks like.
No, so that's actually a like let's find the key again, because I think that every time I look at it, that's an air raft. So like it's basically a small transport to go from like a potentially like an orbital docking to the surface.
Yeah.
As one thing that it could be used for.
Yeah, we have a little ship that like we could fly, basically, to get us on.
That being said, like,
there's enough space.
So like,
yeah, there could be. Let's see, how
like
many?
I kind of figured that like O'Heal would give up his cabin.
Yeah.
And just use the kind of the room that's just off of the bridge as quarters for while they have dust on board.
Gerudo's going to try to share his with Wendy, so.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe
Get up with a famous actress.
maybe you won't have to worry about it. So, but anyway,
Gerudo's gonna be like, hey, you know, if you want a personal like bunk, you can always just have mine. I'll sleep on the floor most of the time.
Watch out, Gerudo. Ilse might let her college years come back.
I've been told that vulgar herpes are not contagious, at least interspecies wise.
you do know that vulgar herpes is a myth, right?
It's our joke now.
Yeah, no, I'd be more worried about you getting vulgar gout. What's your diet?
That's the thing.
all meat, all fat. Everything that would cause real gout to happen.
But would you guys like a little epilogue?
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if this would be the right music for it, but let's see. I'm going to pause it, and then I'm going to stop the music here. The camera goes up to the X suite, looking at all the destruction, everything in there. And if we remember, there was a certain box that one of the characters left.
Mm-hmm.
That is now missing. As we cut to, don't worry about it, you're good. It's all good. And we see from the other end as Dash gets blown off course, but his tether is going on there, and he's like, well, now it's time to finish the job that I'm here for, as he pulls out the grenade packs, and he's like, and your AI should be here. And maybe O'Heal, right before they go into the jump, sees at the tip of the Moore station an explosion from an all too familiar source goes off.
Ilse just like realizes there's a disturbance in the force and one of her grenades has gone off.
I think 2. Yeah. But
which there were 5 frag grenades in there, so.
Oh, I thought you said there was. Well, yeah, no, they all went off. So
no. She had 5. She had 5 of each type of grenade, but she only had taken 2 of the what's it called? She only took 2 of the smoke grenades with her.
Mm-hmm. And this is the song you guys never heard. This is the actual intro that I'm choosing.
Mm.
As we'll see if we hear from Dash again. But anyway, thank you guys once again for playing this. Everyone that's listening, I hope you had fun. We might do one more episode that is our thoughts and opinions of Traveler as a whole. We'll talk about that. We'll see if who's available. But of my butchering of the rule system. But once again, Knight, Nate, Josh, thank you so much for making this adventure what it is. Listeners, I hope you had as much fun as we did recording it, and just look at the socials and everything to find out what's coming next, because I don't know what it is at the moment.
I have enjoyed it a lot.
Slap into a meat stab.
I have enjoyed it immensely and have been wanting to spoil stuff for friends that won't get to hear this for a little while yet. It's like these sessions have been so good.
I think this was the session. This game is what's like really helping me format what the future of how I want to do the tabletop role-playing stuff. It's like I really like these seasonal tight episodes where we get a real beginning to end to a story, and we got a little bit of Blades in the Dark, but it took a little bit to get there. But this one, it was like from episode 1, which I think also is just the strength of like the way character creation goes and everything. But yeah, it is a blast. So yeah,
this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, so guys, definitely pick up Traveler, give it a play. Mongoose Gaming, I think that's...
Yes.
Yes. Somewhere on there. And,
Mongoose Publishing, right there on the back.
Yep. I still have Batman vs. Dread on there.
Definitely pick up the book. It's great. Great system.
Yeah, isn't this song great?
It's also invisible.
Yes. I heard this song like this is the intro. This is the thing. For anyone who wants to know what this is, Lunareh, Lunareh Eternity in Eden. Yes. She, every time I listen to her music, I'm like, this is gonna show up somewhere. But anyway, just as the song's dying out, we gotta call it here. Thank you, everybody. Once again, pay attention to find out what's coming next. So until next time.
Oh, it's gone. Oh, everyone's gone.
Bye.
Until next time.
Bye.
Peace.